Hey everyone, Hybrid Toy Reviews here, wanting to take a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Jedi Legend Obi Wan Kenobi. This is a Walmart exclusive here in the United States, based off of the final couple of minutes of the finale of the Obi Wan Kenobi series, a favorite show of mine. A brilliant outfit inspired by a Legends mythos appearance. Really cool that they brought it back into canon, even for this small debut. And of course, it's what he wears when he reunites with the most amazing Jedi, Qui-Gon Jinn. Awesome figure, awesome character. I'm really excited. So let's get into the review, see if this is one to add to the shelf. Let's get into it. Alright, this is your standard Black Series packaging with your Black Series logo at the top of the box above a window showing Obi Wan Kenobi off very well, showing him, his accessories. Perfect display. Love this one. Honestly, if I ever got to meet a Juan McGregor at a Comic Con, I think I've decided this will be the figure I get signed. So I will be picking up a duplicate at some point. It says Star Wars Obi Wan Kenobi across the front. Obi Wan Kenobi, Jedi Legend in quotes, which is just awesome. I mean, I love that. Warning 4 Plus Hasbro. This side of the box features some amazing artwork of Juan as Obi-Wan. Just a beautiful picture here. I'm absolutely in love. This side of the box features your wraparound window, wraparound blue stripe, Black Series logo at the bottom. Around back, you have your Black Series logo, picture of Obi-Wan again, Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Legend. A bio in varying languages, so pause and read whichever language best applies to you. He's number 17 in the Obi-Wan Kenobi line. You have your legal stuff, your Disney, and your Hasbro logos. Below that is more legal stuff and a barcode. Up top is a window and a hanger tab. Window allows a little bit of light into the box to kind of make it stand out a little bit more when on display in box. I'm not a loser. I open my toys. So let's get into the review and see what we get here. Alright, so here is Obi-Wan Jedi Legend out of package with all of his accessories. Let's go ahead and get right into them. For one of the less exciting ones, he comes with these goggles that you see him wearing around his neck in the end of the series. They're a very rubbery material, which is nice. Nice kind of red see-through lenses, nice silver paint. Just looks very good, very accurate to what we see. He comes with them around his neck in the package. They're a little bit of a chore to get off. First, just to show you him wearing them. Get him over his eyes and then kind of work the strap down to what feels like a natural position. There you go. You can actually see his eyes through them pretty nicely, which works well. Then if you work it all the way down and under the hair, which getting it worked over the hair is a bit of a chore, but they will lay pretty decently. Although to be honest with you, I'm probably just going to forego these on the display. Not really a big fan of them, but they're there and they are scene accurate and they've been recreated well. So I'm going to go ahead and set that off to the side. He comes with the toy T-16 Skyhopper, which has a nice amount of paint and detail to it, I gotta say. It's really cool. The top wing's a little bit warped. This is actually very difficult to get out of the packaging. The spot in the tray this is put in, each of these three wings pokes through. So, like, you kind of have to bend the shit out of it to get it out of the box. I thought about recording it, but I didn't, and I probably should have. But very difficult to remove. It has this base on it, which it can swivel on. You have the blaster underneath, which swivels, and then the base itself can also swivel separately. You can also just unport from the ship, so you can have, like, little Luke, which we don't have, thanks Hasbro, holding it like that. Or with the base. Beautiful scene at the end of the show. He finally gets to meet the boy he's been protecting, and I love it so much. Then we get his lightsaber, and this is where they kind of shit the bed, not gonna lie. So, nice blue blade, very nice color. It looks very good for what a blue lightsaber should be. Very happy with that. It is removable, and the hilt features a peg on the side to peg into his belt, which is nice lightsaber storage on a Jedi character. If I can get it to peg in. It's not a tight fit per se, it's just my inability. But yeah, he can wear his lightsaber, and that's all nice and well. However, the quality on the lightsaber's gone down. It's a very nice sculpt, but as you see, there's so much black going on around the emitter, and like the upper body is very clean looking. Now, this is inaccurate. For starters, in the prequels and the original trilogy, the emitter area up here is chrome, not black. However, in the Kenobi series, the prop is very worn. It's got a lot of dirt and grime on it, and then it's kind of a little rust and pitted, in the original trilogy. But just to compare, This is from the Jabim Obi-Wan. And the paint on the lightsaber is so much nicer, so much more accurate to the series. And with this, they just said, monochrome it. Like, come on, Hasbro. In a figure that is 100% reuse minus a pair of goggles and a T-16 Skyhopper accessory, you're telling me that a little bit of paint wasn't in the fucking budget? Like, come on. I mean, they could have done it. So that bugs the hell out of me. I mean, it's just seeing them cheap out on little stuff like that. It's just so annoying. But anyway, bugs me. But I guess you see it in his hand or on his belt under his cloak most of the time. So at least it covers up the lack of paint. Otherwise, it's a nice lightsaber accessory, at least in blade color choice and sculpt. Setting that aside, Obi-Wan comes with the sleeveless cloak that he was wearing in the end of the series. This is also a carryover from the Jabim Obi-Wan, and he wears it well. Go ahead and slip it on over the arms. It features an outside pocket, which is uncommon for any Jedi cloaks to have a pocket. It's a little gaudy. You can kind of see it pretty easy, but that's where Lola goes, when he has her in his possession. Has a hood, which on the Jabim one didn't seem to lay that nice, but on this one, I think because he's in the tray wearing it up, it actually lays pretty nice. Not gonna lie, I really like this one. Getting it to lay back is a bit of a different story. I found with the Jabim one, you kind of just have to wedge it under the hair and just get it to where it doesn't bug you that much, because at least you're looking at the figure from the front most of the time. Not the best. I think on this Obi-Wan, I probably will spring for a third-party wired one, but it's not Hasbro's worst attempt. So taking the cloak off, wow, that was a long accessory segment, but gotta get ranty. So looking at this figure, he is largely reuse. I say that because it's basically Jabim Obi-Wan Kenobi with one difference. By the end of the series, it seems like he has gone back to his Jedi ways and he has ditched the blaster pistol. So this one no longer features the blaster pistol on the sculpt of the skirt area, and subsequently that has been modified. It has a different belt up top, and then some of the fabric sculpting for the hangies are a little different. There's also some similarity in places. So it is ultimately a new waist area. And he's wearing traditional Jedi boots, not reusing the Wandering Jedi Obi-Wan legs. So there's some new. There is some new. But there's a lot from this as well. One of the bad carryovers from Jabim is the fabric sculpted sleeves, which are sculpted to be so baggy around the wrists that the hand is buried in there, and you can't A, use the accessories or use the articulation, and B, get him to use the accessories in a meaningful way. Like the lightsaber, he can one-hand it at best. Now, I'm going to do a video on it, and probably be posted as a short. I've modified the sleeves on Jabim. I basically trimmed them back in a way that doesn't look bad, and I'm really satisfied with the result. So I will be sharing my methods on this one. But let's look at that face sculpt. That likeness is just superb. I really like this one. I really liked the Jabim Obi-Wan. That one was scary because it was plastic-free packaging and the render looked horrible. But this one, having the window, when you see it on the shelf, you're like, hey, that is Obi Wan Kenobi. Really good face sculpt here. Again, carryover from Jabim. However, they have played with the skin tone a bit, and they have played with the hair color. The Jabim one is just a little on the blonde side. They brought him back to brown on this one, and I feel like it does make a world of difference. It is that improvement that the sculpt overall needed. Has a ton of texture going on with the hair. It's laying back in the Jedi mullet just like it should, and I absolutely love this. This is exactly what I want from a Jabim / Jedi Legend Obi-Wan head sculpt. So that looks really good. Otherwise, I gotta say, he's just wearing a sort of disheveled, Jedi outfit. Very white baggy tunic with, the overlay and, white pants going on underneath, with the brown boots. I mean, it's a good look, though. I mean, this is very Obi-Wan. This figure makes me excited to do some figure photography, because, this is that outfit between the Kenobi series and the Rebel series. So you can tell, this is what he was rocking for a while there. And I'm excited to, see some people, pose him up in the sand against some Tuscans or whatever, just protecting the Lars homestead from a distance. I'm pretty excited on that. But anyway, yeah, it's very bland otherwise. If you have the Jabeem Obi, you pretty much know what you're getting here. But let's run through some articulation. He features a double ball neck, allowing him to look that far up and that far down. You get a bunch of side to side and some good pivot there. His arms can come up to a T-pose, kind of. The shoulder overlay kind of pushes down a little, but not much. Comes to a T-pose, has a good butterfly joint in there. He can do a 360 at the shoulder, but that, like, the torso is, like, way in under there. So, like, you can't make him go straight up. Like, you can force it, and you see how it bunches up the rubber there, but then when you let off, it pushes the arm back down. So you can get a 360, but it has to come out at the shoulder a little bit. Single jointed elbows that go a little past 90, which is awesome. 360 wrists, with the left one hinging, both of them hinging up and down. And but again, that hinge is so buried in there that it's useless. Features a mid-torso ball joint, allowing you to crunch that far forward, that far back, get some side to side and rotation. His legs come out, not quite to a full split, but it's pretty good. His feet can point that far forward, tiny bit back. There's an upper thigh rotation with single jointed knees that go 290 and then rotate at the knee. The feet can point basically straight down, a little bit pretty far forward, honestly. And there's a forward-facing pin for rocker, allowing you to get some decently wide stances with both feet flat on the floor. To do a couple of size comparisons here he is next to the Target exclusive Commander Appo. I think we're going to do the Kenobi exclusives first. Here he is next to the Duel's End Darth Vader, also exclusive to Target. And then here he is next to fellow Walmart exclusive Force Ghost Qui-Gon Jinn, a figure that I'm super happy to have beside each other. Like, this is awesome. And then, just because I think it'd be funny, let's go ahead and get a little bit of a Kenobi party going on. So, I guess we'll do them in order of appearance. Here is Tibetan Station Obi Wan Kenobi. Here is Wandering Jedi Obi Wan Kenobi. And here is Jabeem Obi Wan Kenobi. They all stand at the same height, which I feel is accurate. And all in all, I'm really happy seeing this group together. Now we just need that Fortress Inquisitorius escape Obi Wan Kenobi, and we will be set on Obi Wan appearances from the show. And I'm super excited for that when it comes. And I'm not joking. I do want Obi in Imperial gear. I think that'd be cool. So let's get into the wrap up. So at the end of the day, what do I think of the Jedi Legend Obi Wan Kenobi? I love it. I know it's got some quirks. That wrist articulation is just atrocious. Not because of the actual joints they chose, but because of the bagginess of the sleeves. Keep an eye out for that reel. I am overall very happy with it, I will say. Just, it's a little clunky in places, but that likeness is great. The cloak on this I'm actually happier with than the Jabeem one. I do like that they didn't just straight repaint that. They decided to go for the better legs, the more accurate legs to the finale scene. I really like the Skyhopper accessory. The goggles are nice. Both of those are probably destined for the parts bin, though, I will say. So the Skyhopper might be cool to give to Farm Boy Luke, not going to lie. But all in all, I am really happy with this figure, and I recommend it, and I think it'd be a good addition to your collection. However, I understand if you're feeling Kenobi fatigue, as there have been a lot of Obi-Wans this year. But it's a pretty important outfit for the series. It pairs very well with the Force Ghost Qui-Gon Jinn, and I'm going to have a lot of fun doing photography with this guy fighting Tuskens. That's the big, exciting thing for me on this, personally. But all in all, I love it. I think you will too, but I get it if you pass. So that's the summary on it, the TLDR. So I'm going to go work on something else. Thanks for watching. It means a lot that you did. If you enjoyed, you should leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that end of video stuff. Check out the channel membership if you want to become an HTR superfan. And that's it for now. I'll catch you next time. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you then. Bye.